Walk in his ways, impact voice. Walk in his ways, impact voice. Walk in his ways, impact. Walk in his ways. Tune in to get your mind right. Tune in and let your soul glow. We already hit the top charts, so if you're really ready, let's go. Walk in his ways, impact voice. Walk in his ways.
Man, it is. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Walking This Way's Impact Voice Podcast. This is a special edition of Saturday Night Live Part 3. We're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about dating. We're going to be talking about communication when it comes to the man and the woman. We'll be talking about that tonight here on the podcast. I'm very excited to have a great group of people that's going to be on here tonight. We'll be talking about a lot of interesting stuff when it comes to dating. You know, that's one of the most hottest topics around now is the dating. It's the dating aspect, the marriage aspect, the family aspect, the structure of everything, things that we want to know, things that we thought was right, but we was taught wrong. But now I see that a lot of people now are relearning how to communicate, learning how to cultivate, learning how to master everything they want to master, especially when it comes to the men. And you know, we got guys on here tonight, but I know the women going to interact with us as well. But like from a guy, from the guy's experience, I want to say, you know, a guy learning about himself. A man learns himself. A man has to learn himself. A man has to know himself in order for him to get with that woman. We have to learn that as a man, our last name is important. We have to learn as a man that our seed is important. And that's what plays a role in building our legacy. You know, our legacy is important. And if you had a child with a previous relationship, I tell any man, be there for your child, raise your child. That's your seed, that's your legacy, and that's important. Just because you may get out with the wrong woman, you say, and she flipped out, whatever, that doesn't stop you from taking care of your child. Whether you have a son or daughter, whatever, still take care of your child. That's what manhood's all about. Manning up, taking care of your responsibility. I know everybody wants to have that relationship where they want it to be hunky-dory. And we know in reality setting, we know we're going to have trials and tribulations. We're going to have ups and downs. But my thing, I would say this, it takes two willing people to make a thing work in a relationship. Two willing people. And I'm glad now in this generation, now we're learning how to have these communications before we take that next step and say, okay, we're going to be official or not. You know, especially from us, we go about how fine she is. I'm not saying you lower your standards, but let's get past the beauty of the woman. You know, that's all about knowing her character. You want to know where she's at. You want to know how her character is. And that's important for any man before he makes that step of getting into a relationship. Or you want to say, I want to marry this woman. But as men, we should always have ourselves ready at all times. Be prepared. Learn yourself. Know yourself. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to believe in yourself. You know, that's another thing, too, as men. We have to learn how to believe in ourselves, no matter what the outcome. You're not going to get every woman. She's going to tell you no. She's not feeling you. But that doesn't stop you as a man to say, well, she destroyed my world. If she said she don't want to be with you, she's not feeling you, hey, it was nice meeting you, move on to the next thing. Right. Some guys now, they get so butthurt, rejection, it destroys their whole world. And it shouldn't. You got to realize, men, you are a king. The Bible said, we're made in the image of God. And the Bible calls us God with a lowercase g. So you're a king, you're a God. You know, you are the greatest thing ever. And you have to believe that by yourself. That's why I'm rocking this shirt that we have on my line, Unlearn Bad Habits and Relearn Legacy. Mm-hmm. As men, we have to relearn our legacy. What do we want our legacy to be? Comparability. When you meet a woman, it's like, okay, I see she looks good, but I want to know her character behind the beauty. Everybody know I got a crush on Ashanti. Everybody know that. But let's be realistic, though. I don't know her like that. I just know about how she is on television. I don't know her character. I don't know if she could be trifling. She could be this. She could be that. I don't know that. But we have to sit down and have these type of discussions before we enter a relationship with anybody. Because we and I like how I had the last guest on here. last Wednesday night. Some breakups, some divorces could have been prevented if we sat down and thought about these things before we enter these things. And I know we have bad experience with relationships. We know that. We learn from them. Do some people learn from them? No. Do some do? Yeah. But it's like what we knew then, what we know now as we get older and as we're involved with the times. And I'm gonna ask you this, Rob. So we talk about this. If you could give the older you, what advice would you give the younger you if you knew what you knew back then, like what you knew now compared to what you knew back then?
I think I go over this a lot. I would always say patience. I don't think I was patient. I always got in relationships with good intentions and everything, but I could have been more patient with relationships. I could have been a lot more patient with that. A lot more patient with going about like dating. I didn't really date that much.
Yeah.
Like if I talked to women and if I felt if they look good, then cool. Let's see what's up. But I think patience is a big one. I could have been patient with a lot of that and waited for a lot of it. But yeah, it's patience.
Yeah. Most definitely. I said the same thing. Patience. My thing, knowing who you are, knowing your identity is more than saying I'm a man because I got a penis between my legs. But my thing is just knowing who I am, being comfortable in my own skin, learning how to stand on my own feet. Like you said, the whole dating aspect, discerning, knowing what's good for me, what's not good for me. But my thing, what I was, is like knowing myself, knowing who I need to be as a man before I take on that role of being a father, take on that role of being a husband. Because when you're a man, and this is something they never taught us, we have to be leaders. We have to lead our women. We have to lead our children. I love when I had my last guest last Tuesday, Joseph. Mm-hmm. He's an author, entrepreneur. Well, I love what I seen at this event. He had his wife and his daughter, and they was alongside him because they believe in his leadership. They believe in his vision. This man has a book out now. Mm-hmm. I had him on my show last Tuesday, and I told him I respect that because I see how your wife and how your daughter follow you because they know where you're going. They see the vision. He lead them, and that's what I like about that. And I tell anybody, there's nothing wrong with women. You have these social media people, you have these YouTubers on here always telling you women are hard. No, they're not hard. They just don't have anything to work with. If you talk to the average woman now, she gonna tell you, hey, I don't mind submitting to a man, but they're not doing their part. They are, and that's what it is. So they're not hard. They're just not doing their part. But some women let you know they don't want that lead role. Women want something to work with. They see a man that's a visionary. They see a man that has drive. They see a man has purpose. They see a man has accountability. They see a man that stands on his own. They see a man that don't make excuses. They see a man that has work ethic. They ride with that. They want that. I asked this on the show last week on the show, and I asked the guys, they married, whatever. I said, what side of the bed you sleep on? I blew them with that. They didn't understand what I was saying. Mm-hmm. Every man, and I was married before too, I always slept in front of the door.
Right.
Because as the man, if anything pop off, you gotta be the first one to get down there to protect your family.
Right.
The girl, your wife should never sleep in front of the door unless she's single, and that's a different story. But right. I blew them with that. They ain't think about that. Yeah, because a man gonna lay his life down for his girl. He gonna lay his life down for his family. He gonna fight for his family. If you think you're gonna come in and take his family over, you better have your lunch ready.
Yeah,
because that's his. You're gonna have that. But that's why I learned. My thing is identity. Learn who you are. I see I got David on here with us tonight. Go ahead and David log in, man. Welcome back here on the podcast, man. I know you have a productive day today. I think my brother taking time out of your schedule. go ahead and reintroduce yourself here to the audience here on Walking This Way Impact Voice Podcast.
First of all, I'd like to apologize for my all over the placeness right now. Like you said, I'm a busy man. I got a lot of things going on, photographer, family man, you name it. And I thank you for allowing me, Furman, the opportunity. Like I said, this man Furman, I can vouch for him. He's a man of integrity, a man of character. I know this man on camera, off camera, behind the scenes. We've been through blood, sweat, and tears together. He's a brother. You know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. That something I discovered last week, and I want to kind of touch on it. You know, it's amazing just us brothers on here tonight. You know, in the Bible it says that a friend is built for adversity. You know what I'm saying? Built for the hard time. I believe Furman is a friend to me, built for my adversity. Okay. You know, I just thank God for giving a friend like that through thick and thin. We covenant brothers. I can say that. You know what I mean? We ride or die, man. We've been. I done seen him when he first started this podcast. And when nobody wasn't riding, now everybody. Now he got the whole world seeing to me rocking. He in Dallas making big noise. I'm proud of you, bro. I want to let you know publicly. I'm proud of you, Brian. It's amazing to see you come from where we started from. Even my business. That one thing I learned about this man right here on this thing is that perseverance and consistency. How consistency it does pay off. And that's just one of my gratitude for you, bro. I just wanted to let you know publicly, firm, to keep moving, keep grinding. And thank you for the opportunity to give us a voice to speak. You know, this is sparking conversation that need to be talked about. You know, like I said, I'm a photographer, my music, man. I'm kind of like a jack of all trades, but I'm trying to master one. That's what I'm doing, man.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's up. I appreciate you, David, as well. Also, man, is doing what you're doing. Like I said, we're talking about relationships tonight. We're talking about, like it was talking before you came in, or what Ross was talking about, what would we have done better if we knew better? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, not if the way we grew up, what we would have knew now, how far advanced we would have been when it came to, first of all, knowing ourselves, knowing more to just, okay, going to work, paying bills, that's good. But our identity, knowing who I am as a man, learn how to value our last name as men. Know what it took to look for the top candidate as a wife, the characteristics of a wife. We would never talk that. We just go by how good she looked, how fine she is. And to be real, we go by how she looked, the face, the titties, the ass. You know, I'm just and we got caught up in that. But we never got how, okay, how she was, okay. So we never say how do she get along with her family? Is she responsible? You know, we never looked at that little stuff. We just, damn, you see how fine she is, man. Like, ooh, look at that ass, ooh, look at that titties and all the other stuff. And then we get off into it, get the girl pregnant, and all of a sudden, oh man, damn, she a bitch, this and this bitch that. But what would have thought if we would learn how to sit down, had some conversations? We would never taught how to communicate. We was taught, especially being in the South, as a man, you don't show your emotions, you don't cry, you don't do this. We was never taught how to communicate, and not following our family, not following the men that was in our families, our fathers, whatever. But what we were doing then, we knew how to communicate with these ladies, and we learned how to talk to these ladies. But we would learn stuff from what people in the neighborhood. We didn't have a lot of conversations growing up.
Nope.
When it came to sex and stuff, we learned sex from what? People in the neighborhood. You know, we used to watch pornography, get these magazines and stuff, because we would never talk about this stuff at home. You know what I'm saying? We learned this stuff from outside the home. But just would imagine if we would have had these kind of conversations growing up in our household, how far advanced we could have been, how we could have had this wealth of knowledge we get today. And I thank God for it, because now we are opening up. Now we are not afraid to talk about things. We're not afraid to have standards. You know, we was always taught, not knocking the ladies, but we was always taught to put the woman up here. We was always taught, hey, do this for her, but we lose ourselves in the process. Now you're hearing men telling you, hey, you a king, you this, you that. But do guys actually believe they are a king? Have we got that embedded in us yet? We call a woman a queen. Oh man, she fine. She beautiful. Hey, queen. But how would you, when gonna be a form PK? Hey, king. Hey, king. I love you, king. I got your back, king. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can't wait to see you, king. Why? You know what I'm saying? You have to get to that point. And now it is getting to that point that now women are recognizing men now. They love a masculine man. They love a man that's confident. You can't tell me one a man that's confident in himself, confident in his ability. But I guess the more the focus we talk about now, and I want y'all to chime in, focus on learning ourselves. You got something like that, the identity thing.
Yeah, I think I'm in that season now. Learning so much about myself.
Right.
It's deeper. It's deeper than I ever can imagine, because you know, sometimes I wonder why I do some things that I do in certain situations, and I have to go back to things that I dealt with when I was a kid, and I was like, man, maybe that's what put me in a position to be like this towards women, or the reason why I like the type of women that I like. Why am I getting these types of women? And then it always goes back to a previous experience that kind of leads up to, right, okay, now I understand it. And learning myself is very interesting. It's an everyday experience. It's something that you learn something every day about yourself if you really just think about it. And it's helped me thus far. I like the journey that I'm on. I like the man that I'm becoming. And I like the things that I know now about myself. I'm not ashamed about who I am. And I think at one point I kind of was, but now I'm not. Mm-hmm. So I can be me and I can enjoy myself. And I love myself a lot more than I used to.
Right.
And that's one thing that I've gained from learning the identity and who I am. I'm a funny guy. I like to laugh. So yeah, that's one thing I'm going to do every day. I'm going to laugh about something. And, you know, it's never nothing to be. I can never go a day with just being upset about anything. And, you know, God has been too good to us. And so I like to wear that on my sleeve. And that's pretty much it, how I feel like that.
Man, that's what's up right there. You know, and that's how I look at it too. Learning myself in this time, in this season in my life, learning, putting together my mission statement, the type of man I want to be, the type of drive I want to have, learn how to stand. Not saying you need a woman to stand, but knowing with or without her that I'm still going to move on with life. Right. With or without her, I'm still going to build my kingdom. With or without her, I'm still going to build my empire. With or without her, the vision's still going to go forward. With or without her, the mission statement's still going to go forward. So this stuff we was never taught. We have missions, jobs, employment have mission statements. We as men need to have mission statements for our lives. We were never taught, hey, son, sit down. I want you to write a mission statement for your life. Hey, son, I want you to put your goals together. Hey, son, I want you to put your core values together. Hey, son, you know, we were never taught that. Now we learn this stuff now. Like I said, I'm 40. I'll be 41 in April, and I'm learning this stuff now at the age of 40. Just imagine I knew this stuff in my teens, 20s, 30s. It took me almost to 40 to get his mindset, but by the grace of God, that God don't look at age and God's attorney, he look at time. Right. But this is what we get now. Like, you know what? We have to change our legacy. We have to change what our parents knew. You know what I'm saying? We love our parents. Thank God for our mom and dad. But a lot of stuff they had passed down to them with information that they was taught from their family. And now it trickled on now. So now we have to what? We learn everything. We do everything. Dave, you want to chime in on this?
Yeah. Identity is real important to have, to understand, too. But I want to kind of touch bases with You know what I mean? The married men that's already in the relationship. It's never too late. You know what I'm saying? It's never too late to learn, to find you, to understand you. If you're in a marriage right now and you feel lost and feel stuck, feel ran over, disrespected, you can. And even if you're going through a separation and you're trying to get that woman back, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the married man right now. I want to say something to the married man because sometimes we can get married and get complacent and we forget about who we are as married men. It's very important that you always be on your game. Even when you married, you have to never get complacent. You always have to tweak your, you know what I'm saying? You always got to stay on top of your game. Because I guarantee you that woman is going to stay on top of the game. And I'm not saying that you, to be real with you, you need to be a step ahead of her at all times. I don't care, she may not never say it, but you better be a step ahead of that woman all times. I'm talking about in every area of the relationship at always. It is not a competition, but the way this world is set up, it's always going to be competition, even outside of you. You always want to be to work on yourself even while you're married. You know, sometimes you get married, you forget about who you are. You forget about your masculine manhood. You forget about your purpose. You forget about you. You get lost in this woman's purpose. You get lost in her, what she want, how she want it, when she want it. So you know what I'm saying? As a man, you have to always keep your masculine frame intact. That's what makes that woman love you. That's what makes that woman want to be with you, attracted to you. She could be next to you and be thinking about another man because you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. It ain't about slinging dick. Any man can sling dick. Man, I can sing it. I can sing it. But she gonna get tired of that dick, man, pretty soon. She gonna get tired of you slinging it. That's slinging it. You gonna get tired of it one of these days. One of these days, gonna want you to make some real money. One of these days, she gonna say, listen, why sitting around here playing video games all day long? Okay, one of these days, she gonna get tired of you to the same 9 to 5, ain't got no purpose and no destiny. You ain't going back to college to better yourself. She gonna get tired of that. That dick gonna be good for a little bit. But when she want that purse, she can't afford. She want that $300 purse you can't buy. She gonna start doubting. She gonna start, look, man. She gonna throw that dick out the door. She gonna throw it all out the door, bro. You gonna throw it right on out the door.
That's it.
Then what you gonna do then?
Yeah, matter of fact, I got to comment into the comments. Well, go ahead. Then I got to comment too. I got to come. Somebody got a question.
But you know what I'm saying? You got to understand. You always got to stay ahead of the woman. The man always got to stay on his feet. He always got to re-educate himself. You in a relationship with a married man. If you married right now, if you just sitting there going to a 9 to 5, making the same old dollar, you better get some education, get a trade, get some more money coming in. Cause I'm not saying that if she going back to school bettering herself and you ain't doing nothing, man, it's gonna be problems, bro. It is. It's gonna be some problem. I don't care how much she says she love you now, but if she's bettering herself, if she's going back to school, finna get her master's, well, you better be doing something. Better be starting a business or stepping ahead of her, cause pretty soon she gonna be here and you gonna be there. And man never be below no woman in a relationship. You better make more money. You better be on top of the game at all times. You better do what you need to do, not just to please her, but to please yourself, to better yourself. You want to go better yourself. You don't want to no 9 to 5, just go making $12, $15 an hour and call yourself a man. You can't bear to take no, man. You better go and, you know what I'm saying, go get some skills. Go get a trade. Go learn how to do more than just going to a little Walmart stocking. You know what I'm saying? Do more than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You better go, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, that's going back to knowing his identity and knowing himself as a king. I got a question too. in a comment section. A big shout out to Coach Shay. He be co-host with me on Tuesday nights. She said she asked this question. I'm going around and ask y'all this. She said, "What age did you guys start dating?" So I'm gonna start with Ross. She asked in the comment section, "What age did you start dating?"
Man, 5th grade.
Okay.
So I was probably, man, I wasn't even 13. I was probably like 11, 12.
Okay. What about you, David?
With that question, you know,
Yeah, what
I
age?
can say if real dating, because what I was doing was hunching and getting, you know, trying to get booty. That wasn't no real dating, bro. That wasn't no. I'm just holding your hand trying to get some booty. That's real dating. My real dating started in my 30s, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. No. My real dating started in my late mid 20s because I can't call what I was doing before the dating. I was just wanting to go to y'all. I went to a house and just try to knock them off. I wasn't studying no trying to take them out to a restaurant. Dating is a different meaning when she says that, you know. I don't call what I was doing before I was like 26 dating. So I started my dating like real deal, taking a woman out to a real nice restaurant around 25, 26. Because before then, you may just get a McDonald's burger, a burger, or little candy bar from the store. I ain't finna be taking you out nowhere. That was never with me. You know, I'd come to your house and try to knock you off. That's what I was trying to do. I want to try all kind of mine, whatever you want to do. But real dating started by my mid late 20s.
I had to say the same thing. Mine started that.
Yeah.
Well, no, I said that. Okay. I remember I had my first girlfriend when I was in the 5th grade. And I remember this girl to this day. I thought me and her was like the Wayne and Whitley. You remember A Different World? You know what I'm saying? She was my Whitley. She was my Whitley, for real. That was like 5th grade.
Yeah.
Middle school. I had a girlfriend in middle school. High school, I had a high school sweetheart, but well, I was working at the time, really. So I say around 5th grade. Well, I guess 5th grade. You write the letters. Do you like me? Yes, no, or maybe. And what happened, I'm going to tell you about that story. It was on the bus. And it was her and her sister, and she had an older sister. And they wrote a letter to me. And in the letter, they asked which one did I like. And I chose the girl, the one I told was like my Whitley. So I chose her. And then we was dating. I remember it was probably one. I was scared to kiss. I ain't gonna lie. I remember she wanted me to kiss, and I was scared because I never kissed a girl before. I'm thinking about this 5th grade, so I never got a chance. I got scared to kiss. We were sitting in the back of the bus, and everybody said, "Man, you go kiss her," and she wanted me to, and I was so scared to do that. I never understood that role. Think about being a little boy. I didn't understand any of that, but
right.
But that middle school, high school. But I said my real serious relationship when I was at the age of 20 and I met the girl I was engaged to. And that girl, now I ain't gonna lie, now that girl right there, if I knew what I'm doing now, I would have married that girl. So I could say to this day, me and that girl would have been married to this day. But because of my lack of awareness, my lack of purpose, my lack of ambition, that girl wanted a man. She wanted a man to lead her. I didn't understand at the time. You know, man, she asked me a question one time, like, if we had a family, how you gonna do this? How you gonna provide this? And I never looked at it at that time. It's more than saying, oh, babe, I love you. But a woman wants a man that has purpose. She wants a man that knows himself. She wants a man that has drive. That, hey, even though I'm about to get married, what you gotta do? Like you mentioned, David, step your game up. That means, okay, the job while working at that den only can take care of me. So that means, okay, I got to take on the role of a husband. Now what I have to do? Go get extra work, right? That stuff, I wasn't thinking like that at that time. Immature thinking, you miss out on a great thing. So what I learned now, I'm like, damn, what would I have that mindset now what I had then and how far advanced? So, damn, go ahead.
Like I said, guys, it's never too late. You know what I'm saying? To the married guy, man, it's never too late. If you're in a serious relationship, it's never too late to get on your purpose. Be about your business. Because you got to always be about your purpose. Your finding that is redefining that. You know, tweak it up a little bit and go for it. Do something you've never done before, you know. Do something that, you know, that you never, you know, some of y'all men, man, I ain't getting no coochie right now. But the key to get that coochie, get on your purpose. I'm just being honest with you. Your wife stopped giving it to you because you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, man. It's more, no romance start way before bed. I don't know why I'm on that, but you know, you gotta understand romance and sex start way before you get into the bed with the woman. Most time the woman don't want to give you none because she ain't attracted to you anymore. So you gotta create that attraction again. You gotta do something, you know, go get you some nice cologne. If you ain't, you know what I'm saying, clean yourself up. You know, we get married, we get placed. Don't want to dress up no more, don't want to be clean no more, don't want to do everything she tell us to do. She tell us to run, she tell us to go outside. We go outside in the cold. We butt naked. She tell us if she told us to. You know what I'm saying? She tell you go bark, you gonna bark. You can't do that all the time. Like I tell my wife, I tell her no. Sometimes I tell her no. Like, I mean, I can't do that. No, woman, I'm finna, and she love that. I don't care what you say. You know, you want that coochie. You got to do something to get it. And you know, and being a man at all times is what's gonna keep that thing dripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk real talk right to you. You wanted to drip. Do you want it to drip like a? Let me look in the camera a little bit further. Do you want it to drip? I'm talking about drip. You can't turn it off. Be a man. I'm serious. You won't never have to worry about her turning over and don't want to give you none. See, men all around America have a problem with a woman giving them some. Your wife giving you some is because you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. You know, is she gonna drip for somebody else? I guarantee you that somebody else gonna make it drip. You may not make her drip, but you better believe when she hit that gym or go somewhere, she dripping for somebody. She better be dripping for you. You know.
That's it. Hey, and matter of fact, before we go on further, I got another question too in the comment section. The question is, do you think people start dating too young and ruin certain experience? We think about that.
I don't think it's never too young. I don't know. That's a good question. I think dating, I can say not too young, but dating without experience or knowing who you are. It goes back to the foundation. Knowing who you are, knowing your purpose, knowing why you dating, understanding why you dating. Dating is nothing to be played with. If you understand the purpose of dating, you know, I think I say there's you shouldn't be dating around. I know in in middle school, you shouldn't be worrying about all that. You in school, I won't be. To me, now as my older age, I feel like you shouldn't date in high school for real until you really know where your purpose is and you know where you're going. You got your focus, because dating can take you off focus. You know, you dating in high school and stuff like that, it can actually ruin your friendship with that person. And I just think. I don't think it's no age limit. No, I don't. I just think you just need to be experienced. You need to know why and the reasons why you date. Why you date? Why is I'm dating this person? Why is I'm going out here dating? Is I'm ready to date? Do I have my own? Do I have my purpose on lock? Is I'm educated enough? It's a lot that I need to consider before I step out here and date. You know what I'm saying? I think in middle school, high school, I think you need to kind of be like, I don't know yet. I feel like, that ain't the time for all that. I think you should wait till you graduate, then go on a dating spree.
Yeah, around that time, you having puberty at that time, man, so your dick getting on hard. You learn at puberty at that time, stuff like that. But
yeah,
I mean, maybe how like actually trying to date. It's just different levels of dating. I don't know what she mean. What levels? Man, I know in high school it's just playground love. You know, high school. I mean, elementary to high school. Is, to be honest, you shouldn't take nobody serious around that time. You should have some fun, you know, and until you get yourself stable and then date. And I don't believe in dating. You should date to be in a long term or date to marry. I think, you know, that's my principle. Everybody different, but I think you should date to marry than just dating just to be dating with no purpose, like the purpose of it, you know.
Right. I agree. What'd you say about that, Ross, about that question? You said, do you think people start dating too young and ruin certain experiences?
I think it can. I think more often, yeah. Only because of understanding. I think if you have an understanding of something, I don't think you don't get that. Like he was saying, I don't think you don't get that. You don't really get that till after high school. Till you figure out your purpose, then you'll have understanding of, you know, dating for marriage. Because we don't think about marriage. A lot of people don't think about marriage in high school in that time anyway. So what's really the point of dating if you know you're not getting married to this person? So I think, I think you should wait I think dating should come after high school, but nowadays I definitely do. It's just about understanding. I think when you truly understand the purpose for dating, then you should date. And again, I don't think we understand that until you get out of high school, because you're just not thinking about stuff like that. You're thinking about a whole another crop of stuff at that time.
Right. And at that time, you don't even know who you are. You know, right. We just going through the motions of learning who we are. You know, learning how to being taught how to have our own place, being taught how to balance a 12 at that time. Mm-hmm. We were growing up, it was checkbooks. Now they do debit cards now, but learning how to balance a checkbook, learning how to, I ain't gonna lie, I remember growing up, you know, your dad made you go out there and cut the grass. You know, he made you go out there and rake the yard. He made you do stuff, you know, preparing for that, you know, but just getting our money right. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you get your money right for a woman, but you get your money right for you. You know what I'm saying? Right. Learn how to budget yourself. Learn how to keep yourself clean, like Dave was saying. Keep your appearance up. Cherish yourself, value yourself, love yourself. We were never taught that as men. We was taught you love a woman, you cherish a woman, but have we learned how to have a relationship with ourselves as men, though?
Right.
And we got that established first. Before I said I could take on that role of being a husband, I could take on that role of being a father. I seen this quote one time, and his quote said, "A king will always master." I'm paraphrasing. He said, "A king will always master himself first." Because think about it, if I can't master myself, I'm not gonna master anything else. I'm just gonna be running around like a loose cannon, all over the place. No discipline. We just started hearing the word discipline with a few years now. We never heard that word discipline, but we heard discipline back in the day. We thought the discipline was getting your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But discipline was a good thing. Having discipline was something that's very important. We thought we hear the word discipline, oh, I'm finna get my butt whooped by my mom and dad. But having a disciplined lifestyle is important. What y'all want to say about that one? Having the discipline. We just not learning discipline.
Yeah, like discipline. I first heard that had something to do with football. That's the first time I heard discipline during football practice or something.
Dang.
So it's totally different from the discipline that we talking about.
Yeah, because having that structure, you know, if you would having structure, go ahead. What you want to say, David?
Yeah, discipline is a very powerful thing that a man should have. You know, discipline is having principles and morals that governs and guide a man. A man without that, man, it's like you said, is a loose cannon. It's a man moved by every wind of doctrine, every wind of change and trend. When you have discipline, you're not gonna be easy to be moved in this day and time. You know, you got young men. That's the root of the problem. This new generation, the new generation lacks discipline. They let anybody influence them. They let anybody lead them. You know, I'm dealing with some personal issues now because of dealing with kids that doesn't honor discipline and don't honor elders and don't honor those who go before. Now, one thing about a man that we have to understand as a man, that we got to honor those who go before us, that's older than us, that live this life, that understand, that have the wisdom. That's what even Proverbs, they told Solomon, he said, listen, bind these things upon you. And I think Solomon wrote it and said,
right,
he said, bind these instructions around your neck, you know, it takes discipline to meet goals and stay away from pitfalls. You know, Proverbs is rich in laws and principles that governs a man. You know, we keep ourselves from that woman that is wavering, and it talks about all that good stuff. You know, I think discipline is a very powerful thing a man need to have. It'll help him be a leader in his home, help him to be a leader in his community. It'll help him be a leader in every area of life, not just a woman, because you can't lead no one, you can't lead yourself. First, you got to lead yourself.
That's right.
You got to be able to lead disciplined life. That's what I'm learning the hard way myself, leading that disciplined life. Because if you get in this relationship with this woman, that's why we go back to dating, understanding dating. If you're not ready to date, if you ain't ready to lead as a man, I ain't talking to a woman point of view. I don't know. But from a man's point of view, you ain't ready to date no woman if you can't lead yourself. If you can't lead and discipline there, because if you live by that thing that you got between your legs, and that's your navigation, you're gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be some time I tell that woman, no, we don't need to go that way. Can you tell a woman no? You know, because sex opened up doors and other stuff. You know, we ain't gonna get into that spiritual thing tonight, but I'm just saying discipline is everything. You know, governing yourself with laws and principles of life and having that value of elders and being accountable too. You know, being accountable to somebody. You know, who you're accountable for. You know what I mean? Who your brother is. Do you have a brother? Every man need another man in his life he can talk to other than his woman. Because you can't tell your woman everything. You can't cry to your woman. I sometimes I pick up the phone, I cry up firm like this nigga right here.
Well, what I'm gonna say is, if you do cry, go far away.
You gotta have a man. You can see, ain't nothing wrong with no man crying, but you can't cry to that woman. I don't care what they got this new fad with. Show your woman the money. I don't believe in that. Woman don't want to see that. I don't care what she says. She can argue me down right now. All y'all women on this Facebook. No, y'all don't want y'all men like that. Y'all could talk all that noise, but show your emotions sometimes. Y'all know y'all can't handle that. So I got Furman, who I call sometimes.
Well, I'm gonna say this:
you gotta have a man you can go to that you can trust. That's part of being disciplined, man. I gotta discipline emotions. I gotta be an emotional, intelligent man sometimes. You know, I'm sorry, Furman, you the man.
No. What I'm gonna say is, if you do go off and cry, just ride off somewhere where nobody don't see you, just cry it out. And when you come back home, man, hey, and just man up. You know what I'm saying? Just you still gotta be that leader, you know what I'm saying? So if you do cry, just ride out somewhere, cry out, get that stuff out your system, pick yourself up, and hey, and just keep moving forward, pressing
But you
forward.
You still do need that other man that you can go and confine into. That's one thing about us men in relation. When I was younger, you know, running the streets, I don't want to, you know, I didn't understand having a relationship, healthy relationship, not no street relationship. I'm talking healthy relationship with another man. It ain't about no gay thing, ain't about no feminine thing. It's having the healthy relationship, man. We can confine, we can trust each other, we can talk about different things, and you keep yourself away from, you know, to keep a man out of trouble, man.
Yeah, but yeah,
you go to running behind a woman, you know, go confining a woman. Next thing you know, we in a serious relationship. We don't need him because we trying to confine in that woman. Most of the time, I'm in a relationship because trying to confine. He don't want to go talk to another man. Another man gonna tell you the truth. A real man gonna tell you, man, you ain't in no relationship. You ain't got no car to drive. How you gonna go and talk to a woman you ain't got no job to go to? You don't need no woman right now, boy. And see, we don't want to hit. We don't go to no man because a real man gonna keep you away from that.
Yep. If
we open up and we're accountable to, see, that's what it all got to go back. Us men being accountable to one another, keep us out of trouble, keep us out of domestic relationship. You want to hit that woman. You go call a brother and tell him, man, I feel like strangling this woman, man. But you see, you got to tell that brother, you got to be vulnerable. That's when I heard this bishop say, man, he said something last Saturday, very powerful, man. About being vulnerable, you know, being vulnerable, and that I can tell you some stuff that I trust you to tell you, but you know, being vulnerable in a relationship, I can just share some stuff that, man, that keep you out of trouble, keep me out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, tell the feeling, man, look, man, I feel like going slapping this woman across her face. You know, it keep you out of jail, you know, being accountable to another man. So that's what I'm saying. Us men, that's discipline. That's all part of discipline. You know, help you in your discipline journey and help you govern yourself if you want, you know, being accountable. That's what I'm learning in my own life. You know, I'm sorry to talk, go on. I get the microphone, I run with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm looking at some more comments too. Oh yeah, big shout out to Kimma. What's up with big shout out to Kimma? She tuned in with a big shout out to her. Kimberly M. Love said this in the comment section. She said, a woman will take you in and a real man won't. That's why, so they not going to help keep you out of trouble. They going to man you up instead. That's a comment from Kimberly M. Love. Big shout out to her. Big shout out to Coach Shay. She said, I definitely think everyone needs a mentor and confidant. Yeah, that's important. Having a mentor, you know, having a real mentor. Everybody can't be a mentor. I'm talking about having a real mentor that's going to tell you how it is, going to keep it 1,000 with you, going to tell you, boy, man, the F up. Ain't going to sugarcoat with you. Ain't finna say, ain't finna cry real with you. He going to tell you, man, the F up. There's some great mentors out there, man. You want to have to invest into a mentor. Mentors are great to have. Learn some game. You know, the game is, man, I don't know, man. It's just refreshing going on tonight, man. A real refreshing going on tonight here on this podcast. And by the way, we are live streaming right now on Facebook Live. And of course, we are monetized as well. So if you're watching us right now on the live stream, hit that star underneath the live stream here on the podcast. When you hit that star, hey, I get money for it. So thank God to be monetized. It's a blessing to be monetized with Facebook now with the podcast. Hey, keep putting the work, stay consistent, and it's going to pay off. But I want the women to chime in, too. So if the ladies want to chime in on this panel, get into the comment section. You just want to come in and just want to dialogue with us. Hey, this was all about. We don't want to focus on problems. We want to focus on the solution. We want to make sure we want to bring in. We want to change the game. That's what I'm saying. We want to change the game. We want to change how we do things. We want to change when it comes to dating. We want to change how it comes to marriage. We want to change when it comes to our legacy. We're going to another level, folks. We're going to another level now. We're going to a level where we know where we clean up our mess. We clean up our mess. Let's say if you got your house, if you clean your house up, it's each room. You're not gonna clean up every room at one time. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna target one area of that house, right? You're gonna target that one area in that house, and then when you get that area cleaned up, you're gonna move on to the next area of that house. And you're gonna repeat the same thing again. That's how life should be. Whatever we lack in our life, we need to get that lack first in our life. Clean that lack up first. Once we got that mastered, then we can move on to the next phase. Get that tighten it up, then move on. That's how we should do. We should clean our mess up before we enter it. I tell the guys all the time, don't leave with your dick. That, man, I'm telling you, that head in your pants will get you in the world of trouble. It will get you in the world of trouble. You don't trust me. I'm not on child support, and I don't have any children. But you got some guy will tell you, man, that child support will eat you up.
Mm-hmm.
So when she fine and everything, when that baby come out, she went from being fine to a bitch. I'm just saying. That just be real. That just be keeping it real. Yep. I see that all the time. God, man, I should never doubt that girl, man. She a hoe and she all this. But you got a child, man. Take care of your child.
And Furman, while we on this right here, I want to touch. I feel something about that. And even if you own child support, you gotta. Speaking of child support, I know a lot of men deal with this, But the thing is, you got to be smart too. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with that, you have rights too. You see, some men that we gotta understand. You go down there to the you gotta understand. You got rights too, just like that woman. You got rights to get for custody. You got rights to get joint custody. You have rights. But see, us men, we don't want to go spend no money with no lawyer. We let that woman drag us all the way down to the court. You go and stand behind. You can't go judge by yourself, bro. They're gonna stick you. And be smart about it. Go ahead and put yourself. If you feel like the woman ain't doing what she's supposed to, go put yourself on child support. Go put yourself before she even get down there. Take your head down there and put yourself on child support. See how she act then, and then have your lawyer. See, that one thing about a man that going through some with a woman, you don't have to put up with that. She don't want you to see your child. I'm gonna make sure I see my child. I'm gonna take you behind the court. File some motions. Learn the court system. See, us men, we complain when he ain't let me see my child. He ain't let me see my dog, my son. Man, boy, listen, man. Take your behind down and tell them folk downtown that woman ain't let me see my child and leave her alone. You want to see that woman? That's what that is. I've been there, done that. But it is, you want to be with that woman. If she don't want you no more, do you want to spend time with your child or you want that woman? You got to make up your mind. You still love her, then you need to do what you got to do to get her. But if it's about that child, let it be that child. You don't have to sit there and take that crap off no woman, man, about she doing what she do. You can do what you do. You have just like you had. You might catch hell trying to get them rights, though. You're going to have your own place, have your own stuff together. You trying to fight for custody. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe no man should take full custody on a child from the mama. I don't believe in all that. If you money hungry, if you doing it for money reasons, man, you scared to pay that woman that money, then you don't need to get that child for full custody. You just get joint custody, you know what I mean? And be done with it, you know what I'm saying? Don't be scared of that woman about no money. You know what I mean? The one thing I don't want us to do on this podcast today is to scare you about child support. Blase. I learned a lesson. The woman gonna put on there, that's fine. But you got rights. She ain't gonna take everything you got because you can get a lawyer. You got a good lawyer. He gonna fight for you. Make sure she ain't gonna do that, or go put your behind on yourself. Then, hey, things will work out. See, it's time for us men to rise up and understand you got rights like she do. We just let her do what do. Take her down there and take everything we got. It's got to know out.
So
You gotta know you have right.
So in basic other words, you have to really sit down and learn these laws, educate yourself on these laws. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do when them guys be in prison, whatever, locked up. What they do, they educate themselves on laws and stuff. They know what you can and you can't do to them. That's something we never did. We never really sit down and learn our amendments right. We never sit down and learn these different laws what's going on. Because they didn't want us to know that kind of stuff.
Men here right now letting these women just do what they do with them children, man. They don't want to give you a child. You don't have to sit and cry about it and run your mouth and holler to the world about this woman and go down right down in that courthouse and pay that money. You might have to pay some money, file some money. If you can't afford a lawyer, man, they got affordable lawyers for you. The court appoint a lawyer. You can go down there and find a lawyer just for little as nothing. It may not be about I don't know, but
I wouldn't even trust them.
Your own motion.
It best to get your ones on the outside, because the ones that work within the courts, they work along with the courts. So it best to get your lawyer on the outside, like you said, pay that money. Don't be scared to spend that money, especially that's your child. And if you're a man, if you're man enough and you about your business, that's your seed. Especially if you got a boy. You know what I'm saying? You got a boy, girl, whatever. That's your seed. That's part of your lineage. So fight for your lineage. Fight for your seed, because that's the next generation that's gonna take it to the next level when you dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? That's a man. You gonna fight.
Some of them women out here, they use them children as, you know what I'm saying? She gonna play them games with you, but you don't have to play her game with her. Man, you know, I don't know why I'm passionate about this area, right? It really fires me up about it. Like you don't have to play that game with her. When I told a woman that she straightened up, then look, a woman was straightened up then. I ain't playing no game with you. I'm going down right there and get them folks on you, and they gonna check. She gonna straighten up then. See, that's the thing. You gotta understand. She play that game with you, had you all over the place. I'm gonna play game with you, woman. I'm gonna get my child. I'm gonna take you right down that court. You know what I'm saying? You don't play games with her. You just stop talking to her. She started talking. You ain't see your child. I ain't gonna let you see your child. All right, then I'm gonna go down to that courthouse. They gonna make you see your child. They gonna make me. If I go to your house with them court order paper, the police gonna put you in that car and give you fines if you don't let me see my child.
You know why?
I got court order papers now.
Yeah, because you know why? Because you manned up. Because that drive was
man up.
You man up, and nobody had to tell you to do it. Yeah. You know when to do it, how to do it, and you man up. Like I said, it's not knocking that, but a lot of times, I tell anybody, you got to be an adult by the situation. Yeah, it didn't work out between us, but we remember, we still got children involved. We still got to work together. Despite of everything we may went through, let's just put that aside. Let's focus on make sure the children are raised right. They're in a better environment. They don't need to see us bickering about each other. And if you're not with each other, first of all, I don't know why women do that, John, too, as well. Never put that man down in front of them kids. Never do that. That sorry ass daddy of yours. I don't know why some women do that. No, or vice versa. Don't put the one. If you a man, you're not with the woman no more. Don't put the woman down in front of you. Don't never do that. I understand. Maybe y'all had some issues, whatever. But children see that stuff. So never put your significant other or the person you're not with no more. Don't put your down. Don't do that. Just like, hey, it didn't work out between us. Life goes on. My thing is make sure my seed is taken care of. Make sure my seed got everything they need. That's what kings do. Kings don't go back and forth. Kings handle stuff. Kings man up. Because we know what's important. On my seed taken care of, what we had going on, what happened in the past, I take accountability and I just move on. But I'm make sure my child taken care of. That's the most important thing. Which I want to say, that's a probably, no, we talk about the dating.
Man, it's so burning on me. And I want to leave this with the men. I'm going to shut up. You got to fight. You got to fight. I don't know why I'm on this right here, but if you're going through a situation with your children, that woman is not letting you see your children. Fight for your children, man. Don't give up on your kids. If you really want to be in them kids' life, do not fight for them kids. I mean, give up on seeing your children because you can see your kids. She might went out of town. I don't care how far she went. Take it through the court system. It's gonna be a process. Leave that woman alone. Stop calling her. Don't worry about her. Pretty soon, the law gonna come knocking at her door. They gonna give her a court order to be in that courtroom. She gotta go. She gotta go. They subpoena her. She gonna think she going to that court. If they had to drag her out of that house, she going to court. You don't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? So let the courts do it. I don't know why I'm on it. But if you're a man that's struggling with your kids, man, and that woman ain't letting you see a man take her behind, she gonna be pissed off, but she ain't got no choice. She can't tell that judge. She ain't gonna sit there and tell that judge that judge will wham. Let her act up in that court. It's gonna be in your favor. Then see, let her act up. Don't act up. And one thing about it, you want to be cool in court, let her act up. Let her act up. I ain't letting him see his kid. Well, the judge gonna tell us something different. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
we men got to play that game. Stop playing game with the women, man. They gonna use them children as pawns. They gonna try to get everything you got. They can't get everything you got. You gotta look to the judge and the court. No, you just gotta have a lawyer now. That's all. They ain't gonna take everything from you. Not because the woman tell you, some of us men we just don't go to court with a lawyer. So yeah, they gonna wham you, but you gotta live. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna take everything from you. But I'm gonna get off of that, man, and pass the microphone, bro.
Well, I mean, cats come from learning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It just comes from learning. This right here, man, it's a relearning experience. I want to say, you have to relearn a lot of stuff. You have to relearn the laws. Learn about law, like you said. Learn about having a lawyer when it comes down to stuff like that, just in case stuff happen like that. Don't be scared. See, a lot of this stuff we was never taught this stuff, and then anytime you hear, I mean, we're gonna creep in. Fear gonna creep in because you scared. They gonna take all this stuff from me. But no, learn this. Like you said, they can't take everything from you. But sit down, learn this stuff. Let this stuff become interesting to us. Not saying you just doing it, just be doing it, but it's good to know.
Yeah.
It's good to know. It is good to know on that stuff like that. I just want to talk when it comes to dating. We talk about dating tonight. We're talking about conversation. Let's talk about conversation, talking. We're talking to the ladies, whatever, having communication and just talking. Some guys don't know how to talk. We were there before, you never know how to talk, but now you learn how to talk to a woman, not talk at a woman, but talk to her. And when you introduce yourself to a woman, you don't, women know what you want, but you have to show them it ain't all about that. It's all about knowing your character. I want to know your character. I see how you look good. I just want to know your character. I just want to know that smile behind that character. It's just something about you that I have to get to know you. Women, they just mess women up when they hear stuff like that. It's like, dang, this dude ain't trying to, he can't even keep, no. Because first of all, a man will look from the head up. He's not looking at the body because you already know he just want to hear. Nah, a lot of guys just want to get to know you because he sees something interesting in you. That's what that's all about. If I see, like, when we go out, we going out for tea, coffee, and wine. We're going to sit and talk. It's just like an interview. When you go to a job interview, when you go to a job, they're not going to just throw you out there on the job. What they going to do? They're going to sit down. Y'all going to have an interview. They're going to ask you questions. They're going to ask you about your history. Mm-hmm. They're going to ask you all that stuff. They're not just going to say, come in. They're going to sit down and have an interview. Why we can't do that when we come to interact, when we meet each other? It's an interview. The first thing is going to be an interview. If you're really into me, you're going to sell my offer for tea, coffee, and wine. If you're really into me. If you're not, they just show me what your character is. But if you're really into me, you're going to accept the invitation. It's called throwing your bid. When you put your bid out there, that's it. Do they have to accept it? No, but I would just want to know your character. Especially when you at a whole nother level, mentally wise, you don't lower your standard as a man. You at a whole nother level now.
Yep.
So now, even though I'm a king, I gotta see you worthy to be my queen. That makes sense what I'm saying. I just can't call this one. I just can't call anyone. I gotta know, is this the woman will be worthy to carry my last name and she worth my ring? As a matter of fact, as men, we cherish our time. We cherish our time and we cherish our peace. If you ain't bring no peace, you can't be here. But we value our time as men. So y'all want to chime in on that? Feel free. Don't be scared.
I'd say something about conversation, about what I'm learning as a man about communication. Communication is a big thing to women. And the thing I'm learning is be a great listener. Just sometimes you got to know when to listen and when to not fix it. Because us men, we like to fix things for a woman. Like to be her saber shining armor. But sometimes a woman wants you to just listen to me. I'm learning this in my own life. That woman, I just listen to her. Sometimes she go yapping and talking crazy. I just listen to her. She might, and then she'll come back and then she'll melt like a look. I'm telling you what I'm getting in my life. This one will melt like a Hershey bar in your bed at nighttime. You talking about a woman would something when you are a man master listening to a woman, when you listening, not trying to fix her. Man, she that coochie, Lord have mercy. She go to drip. Look at here, boy. She drip. You want her to drip. My wife, she go to dripping like crazy. Then look, when you listen, not fixing. I'm learning because I'm a fixer. I'm a maintenance man. I like to fix stuff. I mean, I own my job. I'm a fixer. I fix things. I fix. If the air conditioner broke, I fix it. If something in the dealing with the house, anything going on, I like to fix. And I like to fix on her too. When she go to talking, like, baby, why you doing that? Why you crying? Why you talking crazy like that? Nah, just sit and listen to her. And then if she wants you to fix it or she wants some answer, you ask her the question. You always want to ask a woman, do you really just listen or do you want me to tell you my opinion about it? What do you want me to do? And she gonna tell you right then and there. Don't assume nothing. Always ask. Asking is the most powerful thing you can do for a woman. You ask her, do you just want me to listen or you want me to tell you what I feel about it? And if she don't want your opinions about it, leave her alone. Just listen. Okay, and then you reply back to her, I understand. Okay, I understand. I feel you. It's just like this, for an example. If she come home talking about her hard day at work, man, you know what? It's been so hard on this job. I want to walk out. Them folks make me so mad on there. I wanted to quit today. Instead of just saying, well, baby, you better not walk off job. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna walk off that job, woman. But no, what I don't do, I said, baby, you know what? That might be hard. I understand that might be hard for you. You know, your day seems like it's a hard day. It must be hard. That's it. I don't say nothing else. I listen to her. Unless she want me to say something. Or I ask her, baby, you want me to say something? How you want me to tell you my feelings? She'll say, well, yeah, I wanted you to say something about it. And then I go to say what I have to say about it. You see, but that's one thing, those moments, she be testing you too. Sometimes a woman will test you, see, is you gonna get out of be lacking communication? Because I know I get tested on all the time until I perfect that crowd. I ain't getting tested like that. Like, you know, she'll test you in that area of communication. If you gonna listen or you gonna try to fix it, or you know, because women are wired like that. You gotta understand, we wired different from a woman. Men and women are different. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so we still trying to learn, you know, because our brains are so different. God made us wholly different from each other. It's crazy. But I think communication I got books on communication. You know, as a man, go get you some books on communication. I got a book right now, about 5 something. I wish I don't memorize the topic, but emotional intelligence books. These are self-development books that every man need to have. Don't be afraid to read books about it, because it'll help you in your relationship, being emotional intelligent, controlling your emotions, your anger. You know, as a man, we gotta control our anger, we gotta control our emotions, man. We gotta be masters of our emotions. You know, you can't be flying out the handle. Cause sometimes that woman will say stuff and make you fly at her, man. Like, you know, man, you know, you want to be quick. You gotta be emotional regulated and intelligent. And so, and communication, all that goes together. But that's what I want to touch on. You know, make sure when you communicating with your dove, man, that you ask her those questions. You know, do you want me to listen, or do you want me to tell you what I want want me to help you out with? That's all.
And a lot of times they want you to listen. I mean, when I say listen, read between the lines. Listen what she say. You know what gets her attention is when you study her, when you examine her, the things that get her interest, the things that she like. When you do things and you just hear a conversation. What's she like? What's her favorite thing? What's her favorite item? What is her favorite? Now, you know what I'm saying? When you find stuff like that for her, that just makes her day. Yeah. It's like she may have a favorite type of food that she like, or she may have some type of thing that she really loves and she talks about it all the time, and how you as the man just go out there and go get it and you bring it to her. That just makes her day. Cause she didn't say, babe, why you did it? And you know I love it. And then she didn't have to tell you that. But by you just listening, because as men, we solve problems. We solve things. We don't make the stuff go on, we solve things. So you do things to spark her interest, because that show you listen to her. Whatever her favorite thing is, do that for her. Listen to her. You may want to sneak off, and while you sneaking off, you bring her back her favorite thing that she loves. It's like, oh, babe, you did that for me. And like, you went 40 miles out the way just hey, that's your queen. You know what I'm saying? Just that, that's your queen, man. And just do something. It's a lot of stuff we have to learn and master, but hey, progress is go, because as men, as people, we're constantly evolving all the time. So we got to evolve, because what we did yesterday, we're going to do something completely different tomorrow. What we did yesterday, we did something different. Today, we did something different. Tomorrow, we're going to do something completely different. So that goes on. Ross, you have any comments you want to chime in, bro?
Yeah, I think I like to discuss communication. Communication is big for me. Because one thing, it always goes back to understanding. You got to understand how to communicate. Everybody doesn't communicate. Well, men and women don't communicate the same, and so on. You learn. Sometimes some people communicate based off experiences that they've been through in life, and sometimes that can be bad experiences. Sometimes they be good ones. But I think communication, understanding how to communicate, learning how to communicate, can help you with your conversation.
Right.
Definitely help you with the conversation. I know the things that I've learned. If I'm talking to a woman and I'm on the phone with her, and she going on about stuff, and I'm listening, she don't even know it, but I'm writing it down like in a text message. I'm just like, okay, she like this, she like that. All right, bet. And then I'll just save it in there in my phone. And then let's say we have another conversation, and she'll bring something up, and I'll kind of finish her word.
You muted. You muted.
It's a big thing for me, man. Just a real big thing for me is the communication. And it just helps in so many other areas too. Just knowing what to do when you need to do it, knowing how she likes things. Because a woman is going to tell you everything you need to know in one conversation that'll help you with the next conversation. It'll help you with the next time y'all out. Right. It'll help you with the next time she feeling some type of way, because you know why she feeling that way and you know how she deals with it. Yeah. And it's just, that's important, man. Communication is always important. When you hear from people that are in long-term relationships, they always zone in on, well, our communication is this. It wasn't always this, but we learned how to communicate, and now we adapt on the same page all the time. So
right.
I love communicating.
Yeah, that's key. And I like what you said. You said when you talk, you write things down. I like that, because that's good, because that show how interested you is in her. Writing stuff down. And then, like I said, when this stuff comes up again, you know exactly how to say it, when to say it, and how to execute with it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. to her, that's when you do stuff like that, you making love to it. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that. They think it's all, when it comes to sex, they think it's physical. No, sex is mental. When you do stuff like that, that's making love to her. When you just study her and you see the stuff that she likes and you buy what she likes, that's making love to her. It's mental with a woman.
Yeah.
It really is. You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, you know, your wife having a rough day, your girl having a rough day. Hey, run a bath water for her. You know what I'm saying? Run a bath water for her. Have them prepared for when she get home, because that's going to change everything. Have the mood set right. Have the music going. Have the candles ready. That's going to change her mood.
Can I chime on that a little bit, though? Yeah. Sometimes that can be bad, too.
How can it be bad?
Like, it depends on what she's going through. Like, that can be, like, I don't know. I know run the bath water, but sometimes that's like she could take it as you trying to fix it for me. I don't want you like that could be bad and to be good. I don't know. It just depends on the situation, whatever the situation is. I guess you gotta know the situation of why she's facing. Because sometimes my ones, sometimes they can pick it up like you trying to fix this for me. I don't want you trying to fix it, or there's nothing you can do about it. Some women are like, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, I feel the way I feel. There's nothing you can do. I mean, there's nothing you can say.
Well, I'm going to say this. Okay, they say you having a rough day. You don't think that woman's going to make it right for you when you get home? She going to make sure the atmosphere right. She'll make some children lined up because she knew you had a rough day. So when you come in, you're going to be relaxed. And that's how you do for her, what I'm saying. You just had a rough day. Women gonna say stuff. They say it, but they want you to fix it. They come out like, I don't want you, but they really want you to fix it. Because we got to learn how to read with our eyes and our ears.
That's true.
Because they say one thing, but they really want you to do it. Because they were like, I've been wanting you to do it. They say, they test you too to see how you react. Like,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because women gonna test you. They're gonna see if you really that dude. Like, all right, I'm gonna see if you really that dude. See?
Yeah, that's true.
But that's what I was saying. That because if you having a rough day, she gonna make sure the atmosphere right for you, because you already been beat up in the world. So she gonna make sure. Okay, I know you had a rough day. I want to make sure everything lined up, place cleaned up, sure in order. I want him to relax. I want him to be at ease. Because me and that man ain't got no peace. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't got no peace. You all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah, all the place. But she gonna make sure you taken care of. I already know that for a fact. She'll make sure you taken care of because she know that you already had a rough day, and she want to make it your best. That when you come home to a palace. You come home to a kingdom. You come home to that sanctuary. That's peace. If we ain't get no peace at home, where we gonna get peace from? Some dudes hate to go home. Because they ain't get no peace at home. Whether they be going out areas and go take detours or pick up extra hours at work because they don't want to be at home. I mean, they got goals, but it's a lot of times dudes don't want to be at home because they ain't got no peace at home. I mean, y'all want to chime in on that? Because some dudes just don't have peace at home.
Yeah. Some dudes go other places. Some dudes go where the peace is. They'll try to find it for themselves instead of trying to correct it at home. Sometimes it ain't that easy. Sometimes all it takes is a conversation. But again, you got to be on the same page. You got to communicate. And a lot of times they just get misconstrued. But yeah, if I'm paying bills, I need to come home to some peace.
Exactly. That's important. You paying the bills. I'm doing it. Yeah, I got to have peace at home. I'm not finna come to no World War III. Because think about it, when we first walk out that door, you know what I'm saying, Ross, you know where we work at. You get beat up in that place mentally and sometimes physically.
Yep.
You don't want to come home where you get the same thing when you got we doing 8 16-hour shifts and you got to go home and battle physically and mentally. Nah, man, that ain't good. That is not good. And she not making it no better either. But that nagging and all the other stuff like that, man, we go out there, we hunters. We lions. We go out there and hunt. women they hunt too, but you gotta make sure that man got that piece. If that man get that piece, he gonna go the extra mile for. I believe that. We don't ask for too much. Once that man get that piece from that woman, he going the extra mile for. He go back 2 and 4 for.
Mm-hmm. You got some dudes that'll come home after a hard day, and they'll still put what they deal with on the back end, and still try to fix something at the house if it's wrong. Like if your lady had a hard day and you had a hard day, as a man, you probably got to put your stuff on the back end, and let's try to see if we can fix this first. But then sometimes you need that. You need your woman to do that too. It would be nice for a woman to put her stuff to the side and say, "Hey, let's see if we can fix what's going on with you. Let's see if if I can make you feel comfortable and stuff like that." That's all it takes. If a man see a woman does that, then man, he'll do that. He'll do that all the time.
Yeah.
Just go out her way one time and be considerate of what you're dealing with, and vice versa. It works both ways for a man to do the same thing. But it's about communication.
Yeah, you got to communicate. You got to put things on the forefront. That's what I learned too. Communicating. You got to communicate in the beginning. In the beginning, talk about different things. Lay your cards out on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about different things. I seen a post on Facebook last night, and they were talking about what's the most uncomfortable conversation you can have with your spouse. First of all, the stuff you have with your spouse, it shouldn't be uncomfortable anyway. It should be more comfortable because this is your partner in life. So y'all should be talking about a lot of stuff when it comes to life. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bible said, Adam and Eve was naked and they was not ashamed. That means when you naked before each other, that means everything is out there. Everything's in the light. So when it comes to a relationship with you and the other person you with, your partner, everything should be out in the open. Everything should be in the light. Why I gotta hide stuff from each other? If we're gonna ride and die with each other, we need to be real with each other. That's another thing as men. We have to learn how to be. If we can't be real with ourselves, we can't be real with no woman. Because the worst crime that in life is to hate yourself. If you hating yourself and you down yourself, man, women pick that stuff up. If she feel like you down yourself, you hating yourself, she don't want to be around that. But we gotta learn how to be truthful with ourselves, to be honest. And if you are struggling with some things, get some help. Get some counseling, man. Learn. I mean, we all are work in progress. So it don't make you less of an individual. Hey, but they tell you, step your game up.
Yep.
Why do you think with football players, by football, why do you think every time they have a game, the next day what they do? They go back and watch game film.
Mm-hmm.
They do that for a reason. They find out what they did wrong, what they did right. They focus more on the wrong than the right, but we did this wrong. So that means I need to critique that. So I'm gonna make that mistake and go into the next game. That's how we should do in our life. Sit down. You should learn how to sit down, examine your day. Take that game room. Go in your game room in your mind. Look at what you did that day. On this particular day, okay, I could have did this better. Okay, I know I need to tighten up in this. Okay, I know I need to. I did this area good, but I didn't tighten up in that area. We need to go over the game film in our mind. So that means when I go back into the game tomorrow, make sure I won't execute that wrong play tomorrow. If that makes sense, what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta have that go. We gotta go with that game. We gotta go with that. We gotta go with the game room footage in our mind. So we have to. When it comes to marriage, same thing with you and your girl. Hey, babe, let's sit down and examine what we did wrong. Look at the footage. Okay, I did this wrong. Okay, she goes, I did this wrong. Okay, what we need to do is tighten up this. Okay, we know we lack in communication, so we need to tighten up in that area. That's the process. The process is fun. Because we going somewhere. We want to be a better version of ourselves, and we want to be a better version for each other. I want to be a better husband for her. She wants to be a better wife for me. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Like, because we're a work in progress. I know I am. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a work in progress.
Yeah, I definitely am.
Because we constantly got to evolve every day. Every day we got to constantly evolve. And I know everybody ready to get off the air. And I appreciate the fella just hanging out here with a nice podcast, of course. Ross, thank you again. David, big shout out to you as well. Before we get off, how can they follow you? Start with Ross. How can they follow you on different media outlets or stuff like that?
Right now I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram Kid Dynamite. That's me. Facebook is my name, Broderick Ross. That's how you find me. Again, I want to thank Furman for allowing me this opportunity, and I'm willing to do this whenever he need me. I'm willing to do it. So thank you.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Also, man, David, go ahead and let everybody know how can they get in contact with you, and let everybody know how can they reach out to you on your different media, social media platforms. And I know you got a business too, bro. So go ahead and plug that business too. You muted. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, you can reach me if you need anything dealing with photography, videography, anything like that. I will be in the near future doing voiceovers and all that type of stuff too. So if you need that, you look up Oplet 251 photography. You just type that in, we'll pull the page up, and you'll see it. You got to put the dash in between the Oplet and the 251 photography. And basically that's how you look me up. And like I said, it was a privilege being on this thing, man. I hope that the men tonight have learned something. I'm still learning. These guys that's on here, we ain't arrived yet. We still learning and still growing. And we still learning about these women out here. And we in our 40s. I'm in my 40s now, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm still learning. And the thing is, I'm learning that my relationship now is more amazing than ever because I'm growing.
Right.
And I'm becoming this man that she wants and that she desires. And it's nothing like when it's an amazing thing once you step and become that man that she desires. She will do anything. Look here, man. It's a feeling, that woman. It's a song that I live by. It's a song from this woman. She say, and this a woman that sung this song. I'm gonna tell you. She said that you make my love come down. That I forgot that lady that say that. You see, you'll make that woman love come down when you be a man. I'm telling you. And then it got another song from Anita Baker, and she say, look what Anita Baker say. She said, I'm giving the best I got. See, that woman, if she ain't giving you the best she got, bro, you ain't got her for real. I'm trying to cook for you, wipe your feet down, man, do all kind of. That woman will, man, you will give her the best.
You muted.
Yeah, I had to fuss with my daughter right quick.
Oh.
But yes. So it was anytime you need me on here, man, if I'm not busy, I will be on this thing that help us, me, and I'm helping myself. And when I preach to others, I'm helping me out, man. There's some things that we all share that I'm learning. Like today, when you said something about, I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty. Now, I'm strapped now. My house strapped. You better not ever kick that door in and come over that house. And my wife, one woman always say, well, you don't need a bite. I got now real. It's a chopper. They call it, young boy, call it chopper. You kicking that door. I Lord have mercy on you. But see, now from what I learned today, I ain't never know. I ain't gonna even lie.
Mm-hmm.
I sleep on the side. I like to be behind the woman. I like to hold on behind. I don't like sleeping in front of her. Unless she turn over, I might have to do something different with her. Now, you might put me on game, right? Well, she might be waiting on that. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, I mean that's what he did because
on the door and turn around, let her turn to the wall. Then, dog,
yeah,
right?
because she supposed to sleep.
So
Yeah,
different.
Yeah, because you supposed to sleep by the door. That's because anything pop
I didn't
off.
even know. I knew I ain't finna let nothing happen to my family. I don't care if I have to jump over her to get to the man. Because you kick that door in, I'm gonna jump over the woman and get to the man. But I'm gonna try that tonight. I'm gonna sleep there. She might have been waiting on that. See, that's the stuff, and we don't. That right there. She's like, why this man don't never take control and be over the other side of me? She know them women be knowing, man. They used to be waiting on me to do it.
Yeah, they do.
I'm gonna do that tonight, Furman. See, that's something I learned tonight.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's because when you sleeping by the door, that's because you being a leader. if any, I'm not saying you look at it as a bad point, but just in case something go down, whatever, you be the first one up and be first one alert. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times she'll wake you up and you just get up and see what's going on. But that's why the man steep by the door. He gotta be the first one up. Anything go on. So that's that leadership. That's leadership. Yeah, that's because we are leaders. You know what I'm saying? We need to get back into our leadership role. You know, give these women something to submit to. They want to submit. They do. They just need something to submit to. And it's like, one, we got to learn ourselves, have structure. We did the military did. The military taught you structure. We went to the military. The military taught you structure. And we got to have structure in our own life. This is something I started doing in my own life. I started writing stuff down. You know what I'm saying? I write stuff down. You know, Ross mentioned earlier, when he talked to a woman on the phone, he writes stuff down. You know, he listens to what she says, what she likes, and he write that stuff down. So write stuff down, have structure. I know I do. I make sure I write stuff down. Plan out your day. That's something I just started doing too. I plan out my day. Okay, I got to be here at such time. I got to do that at such time. That's taking control. Take control of your life, man. Don't let things control you. We got to, as men, we got to make life happen. We don't sit and wait for life to happen. And a lot of times, I'm just waiting on God. And a lot of times, God be waiting on you. He done everything. We just got to get off our and just make stuff happen, because nothing ain't gonna happen until we make stuff happen. So let's keep learning. So let's just keep learning. I know I am. I'm just a student of the game. We are all students of the game. Let's keep learning. Let's keep becoming better men and better leaders and better everything else. If we talking about we kings, we gotta start thinking like kings. You know what I'm saying? Study the king. Then I was talking to David earlier this morning when I got off work. You know, we need to study the role of the lion and a lioness. And we never taught. See, a lot of stuff we would never taught, man. It's like, wow, we would never taught this stuff. Yeah. Study the role of a lion and a lioness. It's powerful. I looked at a glimpse of it. I thank God for the internet. Internet can be a gift and a curse. But trust me, you learn some got a lot of good stuff. Because I heard this quote one time. It says, formal education will help you get a living, but self-education will make you a fortune.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff in school, they're not going to teach us this stuff in school. Like the history, like our history, all that stuff, they're not going to teach that in our school. That's something we have to learn on our own. They're not going to teach it. So we got a lot to learn. But like I said, we're just going to have fun with the process. And let's get these relationships right. They get these marriages right. First of all, to get our marriage to ourselves right first, whatever you want to say. But let's make sure, man, we become better men. When you become a better man, you draw in a better woman. Or if you already have that woman, the more you get better as the man, she's going to get better as the woman because she represents you. You represent each other. So, so she going to get along because she going to see something like, damn, what's wrong with it? Dang, he looks something wrong with him. I got to get him. Like, what's going on here? It's like, you different. Like, what's wrong with you? You do something to me. I want to come be with you. It's something about you. But
that man, tell the woman they can't resist.
That's it. You got to be like Morris Day in the Purple Rain. He said, Morris Day said, I'm the star in this town. She got to come see me. Yeah, you got to have that confidence. You got to have that swag, man. Guys, have confidence in yourself. Believe in yourself. If that girl tell you no, don't kill yourself. Don't get mad. She did you a favor. Say, you know what? It was nice knowing you. Move on to the next one. We gotta be kings now, fellas. We gotta be kings now. I ain't just talking about it. We gotta be kings. We gotta be them
in the world, man. Millions of women.
Yeah, just because we all got rejected. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this too before we get off the air tonight. And get some guys on this. You be amazed the type of woman that be into you, but you never thought she was into you because you go out about, man, she look at her how she look. A lot of times she be waiting on you.
Yep.
But guys, they prejudge, they come out judging themselves. Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. She don't want to talk to me. A lot of times she be waiting on you. You be amazed how she be like, man, I've been waiting for you the whole time to say something. And women give hints too. watch the hint. They're not gonna come out and say it, but man, if a woman interested in you, she gonna go out hint. You just gotta
Them the
catch
right
it.
ones right there. Them be the ones that you can do anything with them. Then
Oh, watch them emojis. Watch those emojis too. If a
them the
woman
women,
put
them the women that's gonna be all heads over heels for you, the ones that's showing you that type of attraction.
watch them women. Women do women. I guess they. I want to say. I mean, I wish the women was on here, but they could. I hope they can vouch for it. But I'm just saying, read the emojis. Women read the. Okay, if a woman put a heart or she put them little hearts with the eyes and stuff like that, that means she feeling you. So watch them emojis with them women. Watch them emojis. Women, they throw stuff out there. You just gotta catch it. You just gotta catch it.
But look, man, it was a reason why us men was just on here tonight, man. Sometimes
Oh yeah.
Yeah, God allow things for the reason where it's supposed to be.
Oh yeah, man.
You already know there's a reason why it's just us men on here tonight.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. So we right about that. Like I said, the emojis, watch them emojis, man. One putting them hearts and stuff like that, that's telling something.
Well, firm, I gotta get on back old down here to get these kids together, man, and get ready for another day.
Oh yeah, I meant to. I got a photo shoot I gotta do tomorrow at noon. So
man, I'm excited for you, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm excited too, man. I think big shout out to Ross, man, for hanging out. David as well. By the way, hey, everybody have a great Saturday night. This is Saturday Night Live Part 3. It was the men's edition. Big shout out to those that was in the comment section as well. Also, man, remember the graveyard. Remember, everybody had one thing in common that thought they were gonna see tomorrow. Let's live tomorrow. Let's live life like it's our last day here on earth. And by the way, take your favorite drink tonight, whatever you drink. If you're drinking, stay home. Don't get out there drinking and whatever, but stay home. But toast yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself I love you. Tell yourself I got your back. Tell yourself that you are a king. Tell yourself that you're a leader. Tell yourself that you're a warrior. Tell yourself all that good stuff and toast yourself. Speak life over yourself. Even the Bible said David had to encourage his own self. So they said, if the Bible said David had to encourage his own self, we have to encourage ourselves too. Don't look for everybody to encourage you all the time. Be like David. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. And David did it. He encouraged himself in the Lord. So you have to encourage yourself at all times. So y'all have a great night. We're going to be back here Tuesday night here on Walking This Way Impact Voice Podcast with a very special guest. They're like the it couple here in Dallas, Texas. Mr. U and Ro. Very energetic, great couple. Awesome story how they came together. They're going to share that Tuesday night here on Walking His Ways Impact Work Podcast. I want to give a big shout out to Coach Shay, Anna C, Kenny Primetime Williams as well. They be hanging out with me on Tuesday nights. And of course, you know, I'm doing a Wednesday night show. So that's been going on as well. So it's all about constantly building. By the way, we thank everybody for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook as well. Like I said, we're now monetized here on Facebook. So you see the star at the bottom of the screen. So hit that star, and that star gets us money for the podcast. So it's all about putting that work and staying consistent. And y'all have a great night. Like I said, utilize your gifts, set your goals. Fellas, get some structure into your life. Get a mentor. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with getting a mentor. Find your suitable mentor. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn how to reprogram our mindset too. So we had some bad information growing up. We thought, trust me, we love our parents. You know what I'm saying? I love my parents. They had good intent, but they were just taught stuff that their parents taught them. So now it's up to us to take it to the next level, right? So we have to change the way we think. And out of that, when we start changing the way we think, we pass that stuff on down to our kids. So, man, y'all have a great night. See you next Tuesday night here on Walking This Way Impact Voice Podcast. Peace, everybody.